A lot of people aren't going to like this, but here it is. Making millions doesn't have to take you decades of grinding. Sure, becoming a millionaire in your 50s is respectable, but becoming one when you're young, that's life-changing. And I say this from experience. I've done both. No, I wasn't born into wealth. Quite the opposite, actually. I was a working-class ginger kid with nothing to my name. So if I could build wealth in a relatively short period, you absolutely can too. Now, this isn't one of those cookie-cutter videos telling you to dump money into index funds and wait until you're old and gray. I'm going to walk you through real moments from my life, the exact turning points where I discovered the truth about building wealth from scratch. From the moment you enter school, the system starts working to shrink your ambition. One memory that's still vivid is sitting in a lecture theater, just like this one. The teacher asked us to write down our dream job, dream car, and dream house. I was thrilled. I wrote down business owner, Ferrari, and mansion. But then she said, life is tough, so I'm going to be honest, you probably won't have any of those things. Be realistic and lower your expectations. I remember thinking, absolutely not. I will have those things. That mindset has stayed with me ever since. If you let the system crush your dreams early, you'll never be able to build wealth from nothing. And this isn't some fluffy motivational talk. If you can't even believe something is possible, how on earth are you going to do what's required to make it happen? Most people cave to the pressure of being realistic. They follow the herd, then pass on that defeated mindset to the next generation. But you don't have to. You can break the cycle, just like I did in that lecture hall. The first step, be incredibly careful about who you listen to. I'm not just talking about fake gurus online. I mean even your friends and family. They might mean well, but if they haven't built real wealth, why take financial advice from them? Second, you need to learn to approach problems from multiple angles. Most people hit an obstacle, decide it's impossible, and give up. But the more you allow these setbacks to defeat you, the more you convince yourself you're not capable. Every time I face a challenge, I brainstorm 10 different solutions. If the first one fails, I try the next, until I figure it out. Third, you must get out of your comfort zone. Think of it like this. If Harry Potter had stayed under the stairs, he never would have defeated Voldemort. Sorry for the spoiler, but it's true. Challenging situations help you grow more than anything else. When I first joined the workforce as a carpenter's apprentice, I was thrilled. It was my dream job. But the manager didn't like me. He bullied me, gave me all the worst tasks. I came home one night, sat on the couch and thought, what do I have to lose? I was 20, no wife, no kids. I could take a risk. Quitting terrified me, but I did it the very next day. If you're young and have few responsibilities, that's your advantage. You should be taking calculated risks. And no, I'm not saying throw all your money into crypto. I'm saying calculate your risks wisely. In hindsight, the biggest risk for me would have been staying in that dead-end job. For me, increasing income meant starting a business. But that doesn't have to be your path. You could start a side hustle or just switch jobs every couple of years. Studies show that job hopping often leads to faster income growth than sticking with one company. If you choose the employee route, pick a career where your income is based on results, not hours worked. After years of hard work and sleepless nights, I opened my own model shop. It was a big success. I reinvested everything into the business. Investing wasn't even on my radar. Until one day, a 14-year-old work experience lad came in talking nonstop about stocks. He mentioned one particular stock that he said was going to the moon. He was so confident, he said, I'm putting in my full 1,000 pounds. That stuck with me. I thought, if this kid believes in it so much, maybe I should try it too. 2 weeks later, I pulled into the shop, had a chat with him and said, do you know how much you made today? He said, nothing, I don't get paid. I said, no son, you made 10,000 pounds. That stock we bought, it 10x'd overnight. I did pretty well myself. The takeaway? Start investing early. The longer you wait, the harder it gets. The more time you give your money to grow, the more you'll eventually have. Fidelity released a study showing that if you missed just the 5 best trading days over the last 4 decades, your total gains would drop by 38%. Miss the 10 best days? You'd lose 55%. So start now. Build the habit of long-term investing in the stock market. But don't make the same rookie mistakes I did. Do your research. Invest in what you understand and believe in long-term. When choosing an investment platform, make sure the charting tools are smooth and easy to use. It sounds minor, but struggling with clunky apps can seriously hurt your ability to track performance. Also, look for platforms that offer a wide range of stocks and ETFs to allow diversification. Another feature I highly recommend is paper trading. It lets you simulate real investing with virtual money. It's the best way to practice and test strategies, but only if you treat it like real money. If you treat it like Monopoly, your real results will suffer. I used to be friends with one of the wealthiest guys in the UK. He was on the top 50 UK rich list, huge mansion, insane parties. We're talking fireworks in the backyard. One night I asked him, "How did you make this kind of money just from business?" He looked at me and said, "Mark, I don't. I make it from leveraging my investments." He explained that he was part of a private investment group that often made 30%, 40%, even 50% returns. Sounded too good to be true, and it was. 2 or 3 months later, that group collapsed. Because they were heavily leveraged, they lost more than what they'd invested. That mansion? Not even his anymore. He lost everything. So here's the golden rule. Never invest in something you don't understand. And even when you do understand it, don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's why diversification matters. Personally, I follow the 3-fund portfolio strategy. It includes a total U.S. stock market index fund, a total international stock market index fund, a total bond market fund. This strategy helps reduce risk while still offering long-term growth. Beyond stocks, I've also diversified into real estate, classic cars, and luxury timepieces. It spreads my risk across industries and increases return potential. And don't stop at investment diversification. Diversify your income streams. I earn from physical stores, a distribution company, affiliate income, ad revenue, stock dividends, and rental properties. I'm probably forgetting a few, but you get the idea. Always ask yourself, how can I add another stream of income? Because if one stream dries up, you'll still be standing. Unlike my friend who bet it all and lost. Make sure you subscribe if you're serious about growing your wealth. I'll see you over there.